What is up, my friends? It's your buddy Upshall, and today I'm bringing you guys this really quick video. I've got some Battlefield 1 alpha gameplay in the background. Doesn't really make sense with the game I'm playing today, but I don't actually have any No Man's Sky footage, so this will just be some background gameplay playing on that one map from the Battlefield alpha, so I hope you guys enjoy that. But we have huge news for No Man's Sky. There is a update released. Well, it's going to release for the very launch of the game. It's going to be a day one release. But the patch notes were released today, August 7th, leading into it. And there's some awesome sounding things in this update. And it comes written by Sean Murray himself. So I'm just going to read over it. If me talking about these patch notes bores you, I'll leave the complete patch notes in the description for this video, as well as a link to the No Man's Sky website where they were originally published, if you just want to give it a skim yourself. But I'm going to just do a complete run through all of them. So here it goes. So, Sean Murray, update 1.03. When we went gold 5 or 6 weeks ago, we posted on Twitter, and literally every reply was like, hope you guys are going on a nice holiday. Some of us have, but I didn't want to. Not yet. I pictured myself somewhere staring at the window, thinking about this game I've been working on for 5 years. We've been under a pretty intense spotlight right now, and hopefully it's easy to imagine how hard it would be to switch off from that, or how deeply we care about people's first impressions of the game. So basically he's going over how he really wants people to really like this game he's making. Sean seems like a great dude, and he seems to be going ass out for this game. So getting right into the patch notes, apparently a lot of this update will not be usable for people who got early access to the game, so you're going to need to completely reset your save data to get all the best out of this update and future updates. So that kind of makes sense. It's a good step for them, I think. But note that this may contain some small spoilers before we really get into the juicy bits. But here we go. So, first one, the 3 paths. There are some new unique pathways you can follow throughout the game. You must start the game on a fresh save, like I just said, with the patch, as early choices will have significant impact on what you see later and the overall experiences. So I guess these 3 paths, you can kind of maybe pick a character or pick a style of playing the game. I'm not entirely sure what this means, but it's kind of cool. A little bit of choice that will impact later planets you encounter, or animals, or even ships. I don't know. The universe. We changed the rules of the universe generation algorithm. Planets have moved, environments have changed biomes, galaxies have altered shape, all to create greater variety earlier. Galaxies are now up to 10 times larger. This might be in a response to the fact that the game was actually beaten by somebody with a leaked copy. Well, not necessarily beaten, but they got to the center of the universe in 30 hours. So if the universe is going to be 10 times larger, by that math, it'll take 300 hours for us to get to the center of the universe. Could expand the longevity of the game. It's tough to say at this point, but it's definitely exciting. Now, they're also increasing diversity. They've increased the diversity of creatures in terms of ecology as well as density on the planets. Now, with regards to the planets as well, they've actually added dead moons, low atmosphere, extremely hazardous planets, and these hazards include blizzards and dust storms. Sounds really cool. Atmospheres change as well. Space, nighttime, and day skies are now 4 times more varied due to new atmospheric systems, which refracts light more accurately to allow for more intense sunsets, which is probably going to be screen glare simulator, but we'll have to see. They've also changed planet rotation, where playtesting has made it obvious that people are struggling to adjust to this during play, so its effects have been reduced further. For some reason, I guess the speed of planet rotation is throwing people off, maybe for landing or finding a destination that they have set on the planet. Again, tough to say without playing the game, but I'm excited for it. Terrain generation actually been changed as well. You can actually dig caves up to 128 meters tall, which is now going to be possible, wasn't before. Geometric anomalies have also been added, and underwater erosion now leads to more interesting seabeds. That sounds pretty cool. There's also going to be increased ship diversity. A wider variety of ships are going to appear per star system, and they're going to be more available to purchase. So cargo and installed technology might now vary more for your ships, and ships have more unique attributes. So maybe there's going to be increased variety where one ship can withstand a lot of damage, maybe another ship can output a lot of damage, and then another ship can be just blazing, sonic fast. It's tough to say. Again, I haven't played it, but I'm excited. The inventory has also been updated. So ship inventories now store 5 times more resources per slot. Suit inventories now store 2.5 times more per slot, and this will encourage exploration and give freedom from the beginning. We're probably going to increase this even further in the next update for people in the latter game phases, and it will allow greater trading potential. So we have trading. Take that, Destiny. Jokes aside. Trading will also be deeper. Star systems and planets each have their own wants and needs based off of a galactic economy. Observing these is the key to successful trading. We will still be working on adjusting this based on how everyone plays, but all trading values have been rebalanced across the galaxy, giving greater depth. A bunch of trade exploits were also uncovered, and those have been removed, so it's glad they're picking out bugs and getting rid of them day one. Feeding has also changed. This sounds really cool. Creatures now have their own diet based on planet and climate. Now, feeding them will correctly will yield different results per species, such as the creatures might mine things for you. They might act to protect your player. This is awesome. They might become your pet if you feed them correctly. That will be dope. I don't even know what kind of creatures we're going to encounter, but riding them around will be pretty sweet. And they might even alert you to rare loot or poop out valuable resources. Interesting. They also changed survival, so recharging hazard protection requires rare resources, making shielding shards useful again. So I guess there's some form of shielding you can have. Say you land on a hazardous planet, it's got a bad atmosphere. You can temporarily activate this shielding until you get some kind of cover and adapt to survive the hazards. But apparently they made that harder, so I guess it's going to be a bit more of a challenge. Hazard protection and suit upgrades have been added, and liquids are often more dangerous. They also changed up the graphical effects. Lighting and texture resolution has been improved. Dim graphics. Shadow quality has doubled. And temporal AA didn't make it in time, but it's so close. They also changed balancing. So several hundred upgrades have had stat changes, mainly exosuit and ship, but also some weapon changes and new upgrades have been added. I imagine we'll probably have to figure that out when we get the game. Combat has changed, so auto-aim and weapon aim has been completely rewritten to feel more gentle in general, but stickier when you need it. Interesting. Maybe I don't want too heavy of aim assist, but you obviously want it to work. Sentinels now alert each other. So Sentinels are the things on the planets that when you're mining something that you shouldn't be mining, the Sentinels will come over and engage with you and attack you. Apparently they'll alert each other more often now, so I guess Sentinels will be more of a challenge to overcome. That's pretty cool. Challenge is always good. If they haven't been dealt with quickly, that is. Quad and Walker AI is now much more challenging. Even I struggle with them without a powered-up weapon. Cool. Space combat. Advanced techniques have been introduced, like brake drifting. Ooh, drifts. Drifts in space, baby. And critical hits. Bounty missions and larger battles now occur. Pirate frequency has been increased, as well as difficulty depending on your cargo. They've also changed exploits, where an infinite warp cell exploit and rare goods trading exploit, among others, were removed. So I guess just some like super fast cheats and some way to get really good goods. Get goods. And people using these cheats were ruining the game for themselves, but people are weird and can't stop themselves. That's true enough, man. True enough. They've also changed stability, where foundations for buildings on super large planets are more stable, I guess, and they've also resolved several low reproducible crashes, so I guess for some reason the game was crashing a little bit more often with some specific crash, but they've changed that, so that's good. They also said there was a crash when players warp further than 256 light years. Damn! That is a distance. Holy crap, this game is going to be huge. In one session, which was also due to the exploit for the warp cell. So they fixed that, even though you actually can't do that exploit anymore. Pretty cool. They've also changed up space stations, where interiors are now more varied. Bars, trade rooms, and hydroponic labs have also been added to the space stations. They also changed up networking, where ability to scan star systems where other players have discovered them on the galactic map, which increases the chance of collision with other players. Ooh. Maybe a better chance to find your buddy. Tough to say. Star systems discovered by other players will also appear for the galactic map while you're flying. Ship scanning has changed as well. Scanning for points of interest from your ship is now possible. So buildings generate earlier and show up on your ship scan. So I guess it's easier to maybe find a trading post, find a building you can investigate. They've also changed flying over terrain, where the pop-in and shadow artifacts have been reduced. Generation speed has been increased twofold, so the planets with large bodies of water will be targeted in the next update. I guess for some reason maybe terrain is taking a while to load in. So if say you're standing on top of a mountaintop, it might be hard to load the terrain in front of you and it might get a little glitchy. That's what I'm taking from this patch note, but they've doubled that. So I guess the chance of that happening is a bit lower. They've also changed up writing. So that Atlas path has been rewritten by James Swallow, which is a writer on Deus Ex and me. I think it speaks to the overarching theme of player freedom more clearly now. Early mission text has been rewritten to allow for multiple endings. Woo! Woo! Options, baby. So that is it for the patch notes. He said that next up we're adding the ability to build bases, woo, and own giant space freighters. They're changing AA, and the new cloud rendering technology should be coming soon too. It will really change the game again and enhance it visually. Man, I don't know about you guys, but these patch notes sound so good, and they're coming on day one. Day one, baby. He said, he closed off, this universe we built is a pretty large canvas, we've got a lot of ideas. This is the type of game we want it to be. Love, Sean. Love you too, Sean, baby. I'm so excited for this game. Guys, if you're new here, I will be doing a 12-hour stream of No Man's Sky, starting bright and early Tuesday morning, possibly even at midnight, depends on if I can sleep, on Monday. It's going to be hype. You guys can check it out over on my Twitch channel. Links in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the stars. Peace.